Paleolithic art start in Kerala? Many archaeologists and historians begin the journey from Edekal Toveri caves. My journey also started there in the 1980s. But there are several gaps in the history of the earliest inhabitation in Kerala and the earliest available cave and rock drawings. In my sojourn, I have collected a few relics, hitherto unnoticed and unreported, and hence important for the students of history. The rock or cave art can help us understand more about the ways of our early ancestors and how they hunted, lived, ate, and how they viewed and understood the world around them. There are three types of rock art: petroglyphs, pictographs, and petroforms or megaliths. The most obvious characteristic of rock art, whether it is a petroglyph or pictograph, is its artistic quality. But this is sometimes the most difficult attribute to establish. Take the cupules, for instance. The cup-like hollows are the most ubiquitous and varied type of prehistoric human markings. Yet, archaeologists and anthropologists remain baffled as to their meaning or significance. Many think that they are non-utilitarian, but it is not so. Cupules have cultural significance of some kind. After all, rock art traditionally includes a wide variety of man-made markings, such as those created to mark or map a territory, what we call geo-contour glyphs. Pictorialize the stars, a stellar map, to record events or to illustrate the myths and other rituals of a people. And according to experts, the earliest recorded rock art is the Bhimbeta petroglyph art in central India, which shows a series of 10 cupules and an engraving which were uncovered during the 1990s in a quartzite rock shelter at Bhimbetka. These markings date from at least 90,000 before Christ, years before Christ, but are likely to be much older, or earlier, 70,000 earlier. The present series of cupules, which I have discovered in Palgad district, Kerala state, contains more than 50 cupules, more than that seen in Bhimbeta, forming a very huge reptile figure. This must be as old or probably more older than that of Bhimbeta. But unfortunately the lower part is defaced by one of the political parties. They have put a sign below their sign. So the lower part of the cupule is defaced. Even then we can notice the majority of the part we can actually decipher. Now, at the beginning of the Upper Paleolithic era, fine arts appeared in caves and rock surface in many parts of the world. Drawn or carved on the walls and ceilings of caves and rocks, it became more integrated into settlements and daily life, and later portable sculptures, that is the mobiliary art is a later thing, often of small female Venus figurines, animals, pictures, symbols started to appear. Now these things can be seen all over Kerala in many temples which I have visited, and this cup marking is the oldest known rock art. And what is important about this finding which I have made, the important thing is that it shows more than 50 cupules, and this is seen in Mutalamada Panchayat, Palgad. Fairly big cupules, more or less uniform size, and they are man-made. Significance is that it is a stellar map, because the oldest stellar map of India is the Shimshumara. Shimshumara means a mutala, a crocodile-like or a dolphin-like figure. And the place name also is Mutala Mada, the cave of the Shimshumara, the cave of the crocodile. The cupolas taken together gives the shape of a reptile resembling a crocodile, the very name of the village and its location in the vicinity of the ancient Govindapura and Kachamkurichi, the Vishnu temple related to Kashyapa, the oldest sage of Indian literature, is very important. The oldest stellar map of Indian people is this one. Now, even the entire rock itself has got the shape of an animal with a at the tail end of the part of the, we can see at the tail end a small cave-like, very small cave opening. And the other part which I have noticed is the Paroli in Thrissur district, but that has been earlier noted by others also, as is indicated by that white mark shown around that cupolas. Now here there is a very large cupola believed to be Bhima's feet. Bhima and Panchapandavas with Panchali lived in this Paroli place in Thrissur, and Bhima's feet is there, what they call it. But actually if you look on a close scrutiny, we will find that in the center there is the face of a reptile, and the mouth is carved with, and the eye is made of something sparkling radiant material resembling a lens. This artistic symbolism of the Shimshumara as the stellar map is evident in this Bhima's feet as well. So these two sides are important, showing the continuity of lower Paleolithic and Mesolithic inhabitation in Kerala. And in the same site I have also noticed a Krishna figure, that is something, a different thing, just to show the continuity. What is the significance of this discovery and what is the conclusion? 1. Hitherto such series of cupola were not discovered in Kerala. 2. Age of the cupola must be the same as that of the series of cupola seen in Bhimbeta, also in India, which is very significant. That is, the people of Central and South India were coexisting and were the same people ethnically and culturally. That is a very important part for our unification. 3. As experts have guessed rightly, cupolas as a series signify a stellar map, because in Kerala the ancient incarnation as cosmic stellar Shimshumara is seen in the relic, and the name of the village also shows this. And the oldest of the Saptarshi, the Kashyapa shrine, is very nearby in Kachamkurichi. And Bhimbeta and Bhimapada in Paroli have some legendary figure. Same figure of Bhima related to these two places, and the presence of reptiles related to serpent or crocodile both in Mudalamada and Paroli in Thrissur. And the cupolas mean people of Kerala on the west coast of Kerala have been watching and observing, stargazing from lower Paleolithic times, and there was a continuity of culture and a centralized educational system spanning at least from central Kerala, central India up to South India. The carving on the rock, the dinosaur-like reptiles, have been identified by the same author at different sites in Kerala. The age of the rock as Precambrian Archean, the age of the art as Lower Paleolithic and continuous to Mesolithic period, the presence of the Perumal color genes in South India are all pointing to the most ancient history of the Dakshinapatha or South India, and the role of the west coast being the most biodiverse and fertile area in the monsoon shadow, suitable for human habitation and in the evolution of life and human culture. This has to be considered with more care, diligence and an open mind by all historians and archaeologists and cultural experts.